Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Put a 1 in the chat if I sound good. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I just want to make sure real quick. Because trust me, a show like this, I want to make sure y'all can hear me because we going in, especially on Perez, Hilton, and Meghan McCain. The Meghan Markle hate, I will never understand. Somebody got to make it make sense to me because it doesn't. Let's get into it, y'all. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? For whatever reason, I cannot hear when I play videos. I don't know what the heck is going on real quick. Hold on, y'all. Because I do have a little playback, so I want to make sure at least I can hear the playback what y'all hearing. All right, now let me turn the power back on. Yeah, for whatever reason, I can't hear. Hold on, I'm going to play a little bit of that Perez Hilton video. Shout out to everybody coming in the room. Shout out to y'all. I see Kiki up in the building. What's up, Ronnie?
Must be Perez Hilton here, and I do not like Meghan Markle.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear that. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm still going to talk my ish and still talk about it. I'm just going to have to play it through my phone and then mute it so I can listen to what you guys are listening to. But shout out to Sun, shout out to Beautiful One, shout out to Denitria. Hey, Denitria, how you doing? What's up, everybody? I appreciate y'all being here. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. So for those of you who don't know, Meghan Markle now has a Netflix special, and it's supposed to be some cooking show, well, a whole lifestyle show. It's not just a cooking show, but it's supposed to be a whole lifestyle show, right? And it premieres, I believe, in a couple of weeks or a week away from it, right? Now, here's my thing. What's the problem with her having a Netflix special? What's the problem? Because you got people like Meghan McCain, Perez Hilton calling her out of touch. Out of touch because she has a Netflix special premiering January 15th. And it's called With Love, Meghan. And it's supposed to have celebrity friends featured on the show. So it's like a Martha Stewart kind of Oprah show. But what's wrong with that? I don't get it. All this hate for her. Where does the hate come from? Like, did she do something illegal? Can somebody tell me, did she do something illegal? Just like, okay, she didn't feel like she was welcomed by the royal family. Okay, that's her experience. How can you tell that lady how to feel? How can you tell her how to feel? So we're going to go ahead and listen to what Perez Hilton said. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. We're going to go over what he said because it just sounds like a whole bunch of hate. And let me tell you, it's one thing to be a clear person, but them clear Hispanic people almost be the worst ones. Here we go.
Must be Perez Hilton here, and I do not like Meghan Markle. I don't dislike her either. I'm ambivalent, somewhere in the middle. But I sincerely need to hear from her fans right now. And if you're not a fan, you can still watch and comment also. But I truly am interested in getting a litmus test as to their excitement level or not about this. If you haven't heard, Netflix just dropped a trailer for Meghan Markle's new TV show. She is rebranding and going full Martha Stewart. Her new show, With Love, Meghan, premieres later this month, and it's all lifestyle. Cooking, entertaining, how to make your life more fabulous. And I instantly don't like it, because what makes her an expert on those things? She's an actress. At least Martha Stewart had literal decades of experience before she started sharing that with the world on the scale that she did. But why should I take what she shares with a grain of salt? It's just content. But is it content that her fans want? Do you, Meghan Markle fans, really care about her cooking or about her, how to make a pretty centerfold or how to craft this or whatever? Or how to get your own honey or what? It seems boring to me. And that's one of my critiques of them. They're boring, which is not a bad thing. But when you get into the world of making content, you can't be making boring content. I think her fans would really love more of that, documentary, the docuseries, like a reality TV show. That's what Meghan fans want, a reality TV show. But she and Harry don't want to be like the Kardashians. They're trying to be different. And what happened to the whole humanitarian thing? Has she been doing much humanitarian work over the last 12 months that I'm not aware of? I think Harry has, but she's put her humanitarian ambitions aside and is going back to Hollywood. And also, I was just distracted watching the trailer by all her expensive clothes and her expensive jewelry. And I don't know, I found it off-putting, not aspirational. And I'm not a hater, okay? And this is obviously just a precursor to launching all her products and getting that money from you, which I'm not mad at. Get that money. She and Harry like living a very lavish lifestyle in Montecito. And that takes the dinero. It costs a lot. So I will not be watching. Will you? And if you are a Meghan fan, is this programming what you want from her? I don't know. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section.
So he has that certain disease. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but he has a disease. It's the mean girl fat person disease. That's what he has. Jason Lee has the same disease, that mean girl fat person disease. And what I mean by that is because they were fat and now they lost some weight. They feel like they can still be mean because the world was mean to them. So they feel like they can say whatever they want to. And no, that's not how it works. It's not. What did that lady do? Oh, the show's going to be boring. Oh, it's boring. The show hasn't even came out yet. And as far as the reality show, remember they had that deal with Netflix where they put out the documentary, like when they first left the UK and stuff like that. They put out a documentary about their life. They already did that. Why do they need to do a reality show about their life, exposing that? They've already done that. They've written books, all that. What more do you want? And if she wants to give a lifestyle brand, she can. What's wrong with that? I mean, I'm pretty sure people are curious, how her life has changed and what she's about now. Just Meghan marrying into the royal family makes her a star automatically. So people are going to want to know, how does she cook? How does she do this? How's her life? And she's giving you a little glimpse through a TV show that she created with Netflix. She doesn't have to give you a reality show or let you know all the ins and outs. Like, listen, if she did a reality show, they would still complain about it. Let's be honest. Put a 1 in the chat. If she did a reality show, do you think that the haters would still complain about it? Put a 1 in the chat. Yes. Put a 2 in the chat. No. They honestly do not like this lady. They don't care. Whatever she did, she didn't play the game. She didn't go along with being disrespected. They feel a certain kind of way about it. They feel like she was just complaining and she took Harry from the royal family and wanted to change him and all that. Listen, it was nothing that Harry did. It was that black punani that she put down on him that changed his life. It was that punani, that uchi walla walla, uchi bang bang. That's what changed his life. That punani. Once she put that biracial punani on him, it changed his life. That once he had some of that royal puss, yes, that royal puss, it changed his life. Put a 3 in the chat if you agree. Once you put that thing down on, it changed his life. That's not her fault. If there was some good punani over there in the UK, they ain't got no good punani up in the UK. That's why he got to go to America to go get her. If there was good punani in the UK, he would have married somebody in the UK. But that punani over there is rotten over there. That punani is no good over there. So he had to come to America, find him, an American girl, not just a biracial girl, an American girl, and it changed his life. Because wasn't the rumor he was dating Rihanna? I gotta look that up. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. He was dating Rihanna at one point, right? Or they were linked together. Let's say that. They were linked together. So he was already looking for that black punani. He was looking for that black punani before Meghan even came about. I guarantee you, if Rihanna would have married him, they would have had the same issue, same problem, same everything. That girl talking about Meghan Markle is only 1/16 black, and they losing their mind. 1/16 black, and they going crazy. All of a sudden, they can't stand it. They can't take it. They didn't want that. They want a pure-blooded United Kingdom Caucasian person from the Caucasus Mountain. That's what they wanted. Even though she light bright, it was too much. Once they seen the mama was black, they was like, nah, And you can't say that it's not about race. They were doing monkey cartoons and saying disrespectful things. Listen, Meghan Markle didn't even know she was a black girl until she got to the UK. She was racially ambiguous. And then once she got to the UK, they reminded her. It's kind of like that old saying, no matter where you go, you still a nigga. Am I lying? Somebody tell me I'm lying. Am I lying? I don't think I told one lie so far. Now, Prue, you don't know who Meghan Markle is. Come on now. You know who Meghan Markle is. Don't act like you don't know who Meghan Markle is. The Duchess of Sussex. That's how you say it, right? Sussex. Listen. Suck a little something. That's how she got in the royal family, damn it. Shit. Sussex. I think that's how you say Sussex. Sussex. Sausalito, damn it. I don't listen. They live in Montecito, so it don't matter where she's the Duchess, damn it. You do a curtsy or whatever when you see her, you bow in front of her. That's the Duchess right there. Put some respect on her name. So anyway, yeah, Perez Hilton, you should do a reality show. You should do this. You should do that. Shut up. Shut your clear, used to be fat ass up. Nobody gives a damn what you think. Shut up. So anyway, let's go ahead and go to Meghan McCain right here. She says, and mind you, this is the same girl who is the daughter of the late John McCain, the senator, and she's always my father, my father, my father, my father, my father. She is annoying. Oh my God, she is annoying, y'all. She says, I was originally a Meghan Markle supporter. I thought she was cool and stylish and refreshing. Like the rest of the world, my opinion changed when she disrespected the royal family. Now that she wants to be American again instead of British aristocracy, what she seems to forget is Americans want real, raw, uncensored. All right, let's break that down. What disrespect did she show? She wanted to get the hell up out of there because they weren't treating her well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Listen, Harry even said he didn't want her to end up like his mother, Princess Diana. And mind you, I was a kid during Princess Diana and stuff like that, but now seeing like all the documentaries and stuff like that, they treated Princess Diana horribly. Oh, hold on. Let me also break this down. I thought she was cool. Well, she still is that. She's just rich. She's all of those things, Meghan. She's just rich. Now she wants to be American. Well, it's not like she gave up citizenship. She was always an American. I don't know about that one. Let's continue. This concept is ill-advised. I would have told her to do a show helping bring fresh food to the food deserts in low-income neighborhoods and do something to help people instead of your ego. This is why the world doesn't like you, nothing else. Just completely, utterly tone deaf to the moment. All right, let's break this down. Because food deserts, anybody who lives in a quote-unquote urban black area know food deserts affect us the most. As you guys know, I live in the Bay Area, and a lot of the time, basically a food desert is having lack of access to affordable, nutritious food. If your closest grocery store or your closest access to getting food is a mile away, you live in a food desert. If you have a liquor store on every corner, but not a grocery store or a local market on every corner, you live in the food desert. The biggest food desert is actually in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Memphis. Everybody in Memphis, shout out to y'all. The biggest food desert is in Memphis, Tennessee. But if you live in a low income, low privilege area, you more than likely live in a food desert. New York is a food desert. A lot of big cities are food deserts because they rather build these high rises and these luxury condos instead of putting food. Instead of giving people access to food, they rather put those luxury condos. I know here where I live, they're always building these skylines. Nobody need that. And first of all, we can't afford that. We need grocery stores, access to food, fresh food. But here's why I said that Meghan McCain basically told her that she needed help the poor black people. Because why Meghan has to go do that? Why does Meghan Markle, the Duchess, have to help the low income people? Why does she have to do that? Moreover, why do black people have to save and help everybody else? Thirdly, who's to say that Meghan Markle isn't helping people? She might not be helping bring fresh food to the neighborhood, but who's to say that she's not doing any work? Just like Perez Hilton was all like, oh yeah, she doesn't do humanitarian. How do you know she don't do humanitarian work no more? She just doesn't post on social media anymore like that. And I see why, because y'all always got something to say. And also, food deserts also affect the rural areas. Rural areas, you live in a food desert if your grocery store or access to food is 10 miles away. In urban areas, it's 1 mile away. But again, who's to say that she's not helping any communities or anything like that? And why she got to help all the poor people? Why can't she live an opulent lifestyle? And like I said, y'all didn't want to hear me when I said this before. As a black content creator, you have to stand on social issues. You just can't say, oh, I just want to do my content. Why Meghan, being a black biracial woman, can't just do her content and show an opulent kind of trad wife lifestyle? Why can't she just do that? Why she got to help all the poor people? And maybe she can do both. Have you ever thought of that? Why doesn't Meghan take her 10 million net worth and help the people in the food deserts? Oh, because it doesn't affect you? That's why you don't want to help people in the food deserts? I want to see how much money Meghan McCain has given to these low-income communities, or has she brought fresh food to these communities? What have you done, Meghan? I would like to know that, because you worried about Meghan Markle, who does not have to do that, by the way, but you want to force her to do that. Get the fuck out of here. Mind you, the mama, Cindy McCain, Meghan's mama, is worth $400 million. $400 million? Your mama can help the people with that $400 million. And that's the thing. You have these rich people who want to complain about other rich people, but whenever a black person gets money, they feel like, oh, they need to help their community. They need to get this. Now, I do think they have to help their community. I do think that's a thing, right? They should help their community. But why should they be forced to do it? You should want to do it. You have the money to do it. Meghan just got her money. You been had money because you come from a rich family. You literally think you're an heiress to Arizona. This is the last thing she said right here, y'all. All of this, even in the trailer, is highly curated and produced out of touch. There have been 2 terror attacks in 2 days, major wars raging, and Americans can't pay for groceries. We are a country in rage, uncertainty, and intensity right now. What that got to do with anything? What that got to do with her show? It's not like she filmed this show yesterday. I would see if Meghan filmed this show yesterday and then was like, oh yeah, I'm going to put this out. I don't care about the terrorist attacks. I don't care about the wars going. What? She's not the Duchess of America. She's the Duchess of Sussex. She is not the Duchess of America. What do you expect her to do? What power does she have? So do we think that Meghan Markle is responsible for the terror attacks and she's responsible for the wars? Meghan Markle is supposed to go out there and stop the wars and stop all the attacks going on. Meghan McCain sounds stupid. She sounds stupid. Yes, this is fake rage. Exactly. This is the stupidest thing you could have ever said. Because what, like seriously, what was she supposed to do? This is insensitive. What's going on in America isn't going to stop her from doing her show. What do you expect from her? And the reason why race plays a role in this, because I know I'm going to get some hate and stuff like that, is because y'all expect the most out of us, but literally y'all don't have to do anything. Do you call out the other, say content creators out there who do the trad wife or the lifestyle, or, do you call them out? Should they not do their stuff, or should they not do shows? Just like Perez Hilton said, oh, she wanted to go to Hollywood. Yeah, that's where she came from. She was an actress before, but she's not even acting. She's doing like a whole lifestyle show. And listen, if it flops, it flops. I probably was never going to watch the show, but now out of spite, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it, y'all. I got Netflix. I'm going to watch the Meghan Markle show. And I'm going to do a review on it. I'm going to talk about how great it was. I'm going to try some of her recipes. Not any recipe that look nasty. I ain't going to try that. But I'm going to try her recipes. I'm going to do all that. Just out of spite. I'm going to do all that. Dr. Oz daughter has a very similar show. Are they ask it? Right, Love Jones, right. Y'all really hate her. And again, I don't understand the hate that she gets. It's kind of like with Kamala Harris. I was not a big Kamala Harris fan originally, right? But I started seeing people like really hating her, and I'm all like, so y'all don't hold the white man accountable, talking about Joe Biden, but y'all want to hold her accountable for being the vice president. And a lot of people didn't know what civics was. So yeah, the vice president doesn't sign executive orders or anything like that, but I digress. And it was like these people that hated her and felt like, oh, she was given that position. And let me wake it up a little bit. Y'all ready to wake it up? The real reason why they were mad that Kamala Harris was put in that position is because she was a woman of color in that position. If they would have gave it to a white man like a Bernie Sanders, Gavin Newsom, whoever, you wouldn't even hear a word about it. But the clear people, and not just clear people, let's put it all out there. Them Hispanics, them Asians, all of them do not want any black person in power. They don't. Any black person that appears to be given something, they hate it. Just like affirmative action. Not realizing that it's the white legacy people that are getting in colleges more than the Asians. But they blame the black people, which affirmative action actually benefited white women more. Shout out to all the white women out there. But you look it up, it benefited white women more. White women were the highest recipients of affirmative action. But people don't know that. But again, anytime a black person, and it's perceived that black people are getting anything, they don't like it. So this goes to the Kamala Harris. This goes to the Meghan Markle. They feel like you didn't earn this. You don't deserve it. You're a DEI hire. Remember all this backlash over DEI? And white women were the beneficiaries, the highest beneficiaries of DEI. They accounted 63% of leadership. 63% of leadership, white women. Hello, do y'all hear me? Thank you, Kiki. She hear me. Y'all don't like this type of teaching. That's why everybody in the black tea sector, and this is no shade to y'all, but a lot of them were talking about politics and had no fucking clue what they were talking about. None of them can go toe to toe with me. They can't. None of them. They don't know shit. Who wants some smoke? None of them, because they're stupid. And that's no shade, but it's the truth. So yeah, so these are the kind of things that I see going around, and I really believe internally they go like, oh, well, they were handed these positions. This is why we don't like it. But again, a white person, y'all don't mind if they're handed things or given things. I seen who's that one doctor lady, y'all? Who's that one doctor lady? There's this one Dr. Brian. Is it not Dr. Bryant? But she got into it with Cam Newton. What's her name, you guys? She got into it with Cam Newton. Thank you, Vanita. Shout out to Vanita. Thank you, Childish. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Not Duchess of DEI. Okay, it is Bryant. Okay, it is Bryant. Okay. The girl that got into it with Cam Newton, it is Dr. Bryant. Okay. But she said something like, we need to create black privilege. And what she said was, there was a little girl that seen her sitting in first class, right? And the girl was like whispering to her mom, like, oh, look at the lady. She's in first class or whatnot, right? I'm paraphrasing. And so the mom and the daughter went to go sit down, right? And so Dr. Bryant was all like, told the stewardess, hey, can you tell the little girl, if she want to sit in my seat and I'll go sit in the back? And she was basically just explaining, like, she wanted that girl to have that experience to show it's okay to have black privilege. And this is coming from somebody who lived in a middle-class family. We were not rich at all, right? We were not rich. And I would never tell you that I grew up rich, but I did live more privileged than other people have. And I was heavily criticized for it, or said, oh, you want to be white, or you're not black. And, this is why, side note, this is why Team Insane Clown Posse, aka Team AARP over there, saying that I'm anti-black and trying to run this rhetoric that I do this and that. Shut up. It ain't like I ain't never heard that before. But anyway, let me continue. But you get criticized for having an advantage or having more than somebody. Instead of go like, wow, we should create this where, we don't kick our kids out at 18. A lot of us, it's a lot of black people in here. So a lot of us, get kicked out the house early, and we're told you can't live with us no more. You got to make it on your own. We're not told like, oh, I'm going to help you out and make sure you get on your feet. It's more like, oh no, you do your own thing. Or when we do come into some little money, it's all like, oh, this is my shit. You better get your own. We don't want to help nobody. So it's a larger conversation, really, within the community, and then the way the other people see us, because we get it from ourselves and then we get it from other people. That's the truth. That's really the truth. It's sad. Let me catch up on some of your comments. You're gonna say and help with the bills. Laugh. Listen, when I get a little money, I you know what, Priscilla, you're gonna be the first one. When I get a little money, I'm gonna help you pay a bill. Give me your water bill. Hopefully, it's under $33 because that's how much mine was. If your water bill $33, I will help you pay it. Right, and you know what, Foxy? I didn't even get to this yet. Meghan McCain literally thinks that she's the princess of Arizona, an heiress to Arizona, and was given her job at The View. She wasn't great at or knowledgeable at her job. She literally just spewed off talking points, but she was given that job because of who her father was. And she reminded us, my father, my father, my father, my father, my father. She annoyed the hell out of everybody. That show is unbearable, period. But it was even more unbearable when she was on that show. And mind you, I just would see the clips online. They'd be like, Meghan McCain fought this person, or she got into it with this person and that person. She was unbearable. It's because she was a spoiled brat and she was given that lifestyle. But when you question her about the lifestyle she was given, she's silent. Or she fights that she earned her position. No, I don't think you earned it. You definitely didn't earn it. No. They hate to see us with privilege. Right. Shout out to Melanie Jones. I see you in the chat. Thank you for telling about the membership. We had a good live earlier, by the way. Yeah, she was angry all day. She has a piss poor look on her face all the time. What are you mad about, lady? You are rich. And so, again, to close, Meghan Markle, like, why she got to do a show about helping the needy or helping people? Why can't she have a show giving us joy, happiness, teaching people how to cook? Why can't she do that? Why does she have to stop the wars going on overseas? Why does she have to cancel the show just because that there were 2 terror attacks? Which is horrible, but what can Meghan do about that? She's not the president. And again, even in the UK, their monarchy doesn't have any political power or anything like that. So what could they do about all that? Nothing. Oh, you heard that the mom and the brother did something? Wow. I wouldn't be surprised. She's a horrible person. Right. I agree, Ronnie. Right. Right. That's like saying, like, did New Orleans shut down because they can't, like, no, they're still continuing. They have pride in themselves. They're not going to let this stop them. The world didn't just stop. The world didn't just stop. Come on now. Right. Every time. My father. Let him rest. That it's kind of like when Dame Dash be talking about Aaliyah. Let her rest at this point. Let it go. And you should never say that about somebody's parent. But damn, ain't nobody want to hear that no more. My father, shut up. Shut the hell up. Nobody cares. I'm sorry to say it like that, but nobody cares. Shut up. But again, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end the show. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, what? Yo, they don't like it. It's because I was doing too much preaching and teaching. That's why they ain't hitting that like button. But they know what I'm saying is real, though. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think about the show, Replay Crew. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all. Like I said, I'm going to be watching the show on the 15th. I wasn't even going to watch the show, but now I'm going to watch it just because of what the haters got to say. But anyway, we will be back because I do have an update regarding Royce Reed. She got a cease and desist. We're going to talk about it all, y'all. We talking about it all. Just make sure you guys turn on your notifications. Also, please join the group. Hold on, where is it at? The Instagram group. Did y'all already post the Instagram group, you guys? I keep telling y'all if you want notification. No, sign up for the damn group. Let me stop making it optional because when I make it optional, y'all don't follow what I say. I gotta demand. I gotta demand y'all to do it because if I make it optional, y'all not going to do it. Hold on. Let me post it right here. Hold on. Let me post it. Oh, you got it. Thank you, Denitria. See, Denitria always be holding it down. I appreciate her. Okay, there you go. All right, we out, y'all. See y'all in about 30 to 45 minutes.